Hey, what's up? My name is Isaiah Salmonte Gregorio. I'm here on YouTube today to present a few couple stories that I will be going on in segments throughout the few couple of weeks that I will be here, and how a story of my life and how I grew up um, and how involved I've been in politics, and also about my grandfather who was a Dominican military sergeant, commander. Um, I will be talking about a few things about what's been going on and how I've been dealing with a few couple uh, things that have been going on in my life, and what's been going on, and how is it keeping up with the politics, how is it keeping up with daily life, how is it keeping up with essentially everyday routines and stuff like that. So right now I'm here in Florida, Orlando, Florida. I've been here for about 5 years. Like 8 years. I've been here. I moved when I was 17 to high school, which is called Oviedo High School. I stayed there for about 2 years. I was a junior. Graduated. Then I went up to Valencia College, which I went to some sort of college. I didn't finish. I went to which is in Orlando, near the Colonial area of Orlando, Florida. Then I've been here lately. A few things happened over the years that I'm gonna get into in another video. But this is where I'm at. This is where I've been staying in New York. I went to high school in John F. Kennedy campus, New Visions Charter School for Humanities. It was a charter school. I also went to PSMS 15 for environmental studies when I went to middle school and in elementary school. Yeah, I spent most of my life in. I grew up in New York till I was 17. It was nice, friendly. It was. I grew up in like a little like what was it, like a mixed area. Yeah, I grew up there. It was nice. It wasn't too bad. A few shootings there, here and there, but it wasn't bad. I live right next to Fordham, the BX, which is on Sedgwick Avenue. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I grew up near Fordham, near Dyckman, near the 1 train, near the 4 train, the 12 bus, right there, Dewa Park. Yeah, I spent my early childhoods up there in New York, which I miss. It was fun out there. It was where I grew up. So anybody, well, for the most part, some people always are fond of where they come from, and how what's been the impact in their life. Especially New York, because I feel like New York is a very special place. Like I heard one time, it was like the New York is like the capital of the United States. So New York is like huge. Yeah, so I grew up there. My grandma still lives up there. It's nothing too exotic or anything. But now I'm in Florida now. I moved back 2016, 17. I was a junior here in Oviedo High School. I used to play football and track and field. I also took a few couple classes in Oviedo High School. I used to be in honors and AP, which is advanced placement learning, which I did also in JFK, John F. Kennedy campus in Charter School for Humanities, which I took a pre-AP class and an honor rolls class, and I took global history. I also took English in honors English, honors mathematics. From my middle school, I had like an advanced, because they were an advanced school, which they provided early regents for the middle schoolers. And I successfully achieved a regent, which is a test that you need to pass in New York State, in New York City, which requires you in New York public school to have at least 7, I think, or 9, 7 to 9 tests on main subjects and in New York. So yeah, I grew up there. My mom and dad are from the Dominican Republic. I'm Dominican. Well, I'm American now that I guess you can say American, because I grew up here, but I am Dominican. Grandfathers, grandparents, they're from Dominican Republic too. What else? Yeah, we grew up in the capital. I used to go out there often. It's beautiful out there. I love Dominican Republic. Every time I go out there, I just have the best night, have the best days out there. It's wonderful to go vacationing. I used to go when I was a kid, always, like every summer, and just enjoy with my cousins out there and learn new stuff. Run, play. You know what kids do. Eat mangoes. Eat. As well. Get to enjoy what I would like to say a natural setting of the Dominican Republic, or how it is for the country to be out there and enjoy a different side of other than the city, where New York City is very heavily populated. Is a city. It's regular first world. Um, um, First world reality for some people, for a lot of people. Which I'm not mistaken, I think DR is a second world or third world country. So it's very different being in Dominican Republic and compared to New York City and others. Florida, I used to come here when I was a kid too. I have family down here. It was always pretty nice. Florida's nice. It has some rural areas. They have nice hotels, nice pools, nice beaches. But other than that, it was a pretty cool place. They also have coconuts down here, which I thought was pretty cool. Coconuts, mangoes, pineapples. I had a lot of exotic stuff that go down here. They have iguanas, like they do in DR. Wildlife. So I used to come down here in Florida often. So that was pretty much what how it was like for the introductory. Yeah, now I'm all grown up. I'm 25 years old now. This all happened when I was probably 8 years old to high school. But it was pretty nice growing up. There was not that many hardships growing up. It was pretty like a stable life growing up. It was pretty cool. Especially growing up in New York. I feel like New York has a lot of adventures. that you could go on, especially as a kid. I used to ride my bike near Ford, Van Cortlandt, Inwood, Manhattan. I used to stay around the 1 train, Dykeman. I used to do a lot of stuff. I used to go all over the place with one of my friends. The neighborhood wasn't that bad. It was good, you know, mostly quiet. It was residential. I used to live in a house out there. It was like one of the only houses in the neighborhood. But it's right there on Cedric Avenue in Fordham. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's pretty nice out there. The river is right there. The Hudson River is right there. The 1 train is right there. Dykeman's right there. Inwood, 207. And John F. Kennedy actually is not that far from there either, to drive back from there. So when I went to high school, I didn't spend that much time like going on the train or anything. It was like a good like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe like 40 minutes to get here and there. So it was pretty nice. I love New York. I love a few couple of the places that I mentioned. It was pretty fascinating growing up and enjoying all this luxury and stuff like that. I guess that's it for now. I'll go on to explain some of the stuff that been going on in depthly in probably the next upcoming weeks. But for now, this is like my first or second video. I know I made one last time, but that's how I'm here to start and introduce some of the things that's been going on and stuff like that. So bye guys. I'll talk to you next video. Thank you.